All right, well, let's get into this week's slate. Um, Starting off right away, Thursday, December 21st, we have Saints at the Rams. Rams favored by 4. Saints need to get right. Saints need to. That NFC South is so fucking garbage. I don't even know who's leading it anymore. The Falcons just keep throwing games away. The Saints just keep hanging around. The Buccaneers are kind of good. Baker Mayfield might be the best. Saints really need this game, but the Rams are going to win this, and I think they win kind of big.
It would make sense. Um, the Saints are fucking dog shit.
They're so boring. They're so annoying to watch too. It's like it's the worst.
At least if you're not going to start Jameis, at least just throw Taysom Hill back there. Just let him do some stupid shit. Like make it fun at least.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
so tired of Derek Carr.
that's all we've been saying all season, and that's just the last thing that happens. Like they refuse to do that. They don't want to make it fun. They want us to sit there. It's like Clockwork Orange. They want to fucking just hold our eyeballs open and just watch this bullshit team play bullshit football all the time.
All the time.
Not to mention they're aging. They've been well over the cap for years. I don't even know how they're still allowed to play as a team. And sooner or later, that's going to be a dime store franchise. Like they're going to have to pay all the money. They're going to have no players, and it's just going to be just gross to watch. And it already is gross to watch. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's not great.
Sean Payton and Drew Brees have had their last laugh.
So it'll probably be another game that I don't watch, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. That Raiders Chargers game kind of turned into an electric factory, though. I just wanted to see them put up 70, so we just put the Broncos thing to bed, put the Broncos thing behind us.
Yeah, I did not watch that game either, unfortunately. I have not been keeping up with Thursday or Monday Night Football recently.
Why?
Well, because then I got to be downstairs to watch it because this is the only TV I have YouTube TV on for Monday, and then I don't know. Thursday Night Football always kind of stinks. There's never any
Sometimes.
really good games on, like good matchups. So I don't know.
Well, I'm lucky enough that I work at the bar on Thursday, so I'm kind of forced to watch Thursday Night Football. Also, I have a NFL football podcast. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So I watch it just for those specific reasons.
Yeah, but most of the time you can just look at the box score and it'll tell you everything you need.
Oh, so you're a box score guy? You don't watch the games? You don't watch the All-22?
Well, also since I'm so busy now, spending time with Sophia is kind of up there on my priority list because
Good for you.
I already get all Sunday. Like I'm
Okay.
gone for 15 hours on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
got to
she's
give.
living her best life. I saw her playing at cousin's sleepovers. I was like, "Where's Tyler?"
Yeah, I was locked in the basement. That's where I was.
Um. So yeah, we're both in agreement. Rams win this one.
Yeah.
Moving on. 2 games on Saturday this week. Bengals at Steelers. Bengals favored by 2 in Pittsburgh, and then we have the Bills and Chargers. Bills favored by 12 in LA. Bengals Steelers is going to be an interesting one because that's going to really, really set the stage for the AFC playoff picture because both teams won this past weekend. Both teams are vying for a playoff spot. Jake Browning is playing a lot better than any of the other Pittsburgh quarterbacks, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are scrappy, dude. I honestly don't know. I'm going to actually follow your lead. I don't know. Who do you like in this game?
I hope that when Mason Rudolph is walking into the stadium, he falls down a sewer grate and they can never find him. That's what I think. Like that I think it's Saturday Night Live video when he's in the sewer fucking that fish. I hope that that's what Mason Rudolph is doing for the rest of his life.
I don't know that video, but that's hilarious.
And
And I
then
think I just said both teams won. The Steelers got demolished this past weekend. I forgot that the Colts pulled that one out.
yeah,
I think the Steelers went up 13-0, and I was drinking a little bit, and I was like, hey, Steelers are gonna run away with this one. And I turned to buddy turned to me, he's like, call me when they're down by 17, and I think they lost by like 18. So
yeah, yeah. And then I also hope Mason Rudolph turns into a jet, flies into the sun. No, turns into a jet, bombs the Russians. Then he flies into the sun, and then he's dead.
he does just have the most punchable looking
I
face
hate
in the world.
him.
Like I would throw a helmet at him too, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a face like that, it's kind of instinct to
Mm-hmm.
want it to not be near you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh-oh. All right. Thank you. Hey, thank you so much
Yeah,
for everybody.
yeah.
Today's for Sundays.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess the Bengals.
I guess the Bengals. Nothing but
I
confidence
don't
there
know.
from Tyler Sprinkle.
These games, I don't. They're so gross.
No, you know what? The Bengals are a Super Bowl caliber team. Super Bowl caliber team. They're 2 years removed from that Super Bowl. Jake Browning is the only new piece. Everybody else seems to be falling into place. The defense has been lights out. I didn't realize Sam Hubbard had 15 sacks so far this season. He seems like he's doing that well under the radar. The
What team would you
defense is
be on?
getting better. I like the Bengals. They're going to make the playoffs. They'll make the playoffs as a 6 seed. And, who knows? If Jake Browning could just keep getting a little bit better each week, like, who knows what that team can do?
Brandon, what are you doing? Is that your?
What is Brandon doing?
Is he being the keyboard warrior right now? God damn it,
Oh,
Brandon!
is he typing in the chat?
No, he's just acting like whatever. Never mind. Yeah, sure. Bengals win by 15. Um, Mason Rudolph gets sucked. Like, you know that movie with the Batman? Um, when the stadium just collapses, everybody else makes it out safe, but Mason Rudolph is the only one sucked in.
Although I will say this is like the atypical game, the Steelers game that Mike Tomlin wins, though. It's like home dog,
I mean,
terrible loss last week, terrible loss the week before, terrible loss the week before that. And we come out, we win this game.
TJ would have to score 2 touchdowns to win this game.
TJ or Derek? Both.
Ooh, either or.
Yeah. Man, I'm with you. All right, next Saturday game, Bills Chargers. I think the
win
Bills
by
have to. If the Bills
35.
don't cover the spread, I'm out on the Bills.
Bills win by 35 next.
I
I don't
agree.
want to talk about that game.
Like I
mean,
just like
don't-
that Chargers team is just dog shit. But they
was
are getting a
one-
new head coach this week. The head coach, the dead head coach bump. Like that might be a factor. What do you think about that? Who's
It was
the interim
fun.
coach? Did you see?
No, it was fun to have Easton Stick because he's from Omaha. It was cool to see him get absolutely demolished. Yeah, I mean that team. I don't care.
Are they switching out starting quarterbacks? Or is it going to still be Easton Stick?
I thought so.
I mean, I
they
don't think
do
they
have
have any,
Max
unless they want to
Duggan.
start Duggan, which
I mean, you might
going
as
from
well.
Omaha to Council Bluffs, like I mean, that's just a depressing drive. I can't imagine doing that with quarterbacks.
Yeah, well, at least Max Duggan played D1.
True. And he took his team, led his team to the college football national championship. So there's something to say about that. So the Chargers interim coach is going to be Giff Smith. Yeah, they're going to get destroyed. You don't have a name like Giff and expect to win games. Is it
The
Giff or
NFL should make
Jiff?
it a rule.
Giff.
You know how they're really starting to crack down, or maybe crackdown is not the right word, but wanting teams to hire ethnic coaches, black
Yes.
coaches, any kind of other than white coaches. The rule should be if you have an interim head coach, must be black.
It's kind of like, yeah, so you think all black people should just be an afterthought? It's like, hey, we'll hire you, but only if we fire our guy later.
Nope. It's just trying to help. I don't know. Yeah.
No, Tyler is very much, yeah, he's all inclusive, tries, bridge the gap, diversity and all that. Tyler, yep, power to the people, power to us. Speaking of that, dude, I just saw that movie Black Klansman. Have you seen it?
Yeah. We're
It's Denzel Washington's son, Topher Grace's, David Duke. It's like the cops that go undercover to try to, to be Klansmen.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's in it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he only took that just to say the N word so many times. He said, "How many times do I get to say it?" And you're like, "Oh, only once."
Not enough. Let me rewrite that script.
Only once. I'll only do it if I get 15.
No, dude, like I've been hearing a lot of people say a lot of good things about Adam Driver, especially recently. And he was on Bill Burr's podcast, and I just might be an Adam Driver guy now. I don't know. I liked what he said about Star Wars and his arc as Kylo Ren. He wasn't expecting that. It was just, he was supposed to be the bad guy the entire time. He wasn't expecting a redemption arc, and I mean, I wasn't either. I didn't like the way that ended, but that's another podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend not to get myself caught up in famous people like that. I don't give a shit about them. So.
Yeah, good for you. You only watch football, but only on Sundays.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Sunday. The first game on our sheet is Colts at Falcons. Falcons favored by 1. I'm done. I'm so fucking tired of the Falcons. I don't know. I don't get them. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know what they're trying to do, what their game plan is, but I just know that they hate getting their playmakers the ball, and they really like it when Desmond Ritter just fumbles that offense away.
I want them to hand the ball to Bijan Robinson 98 times just so people shut the fuck up.
Agreed.
That's all I
Agreed.
want.
I'm so tired of hearing about it. It's like, guys, we, like I agree with you 100%. Like everyone's just talking about Bijan Robinson. Like, oh, you're not getting in the ball. That's the problem. It's like, is it really the problem though? It's like
Yeah.
he's not the end all be all. He's a rookie running back. Yeah, you take him in the top 10, but he's also going to be there next year and the year after that. We've talked about it before. It's like you're managing his load, managing his load management, and it's just kind of preposterous to me that people are still harping on it. Yeah, him only getting 4 yards, kind of tough, kind of a tough look when you lose a game 9-7, but he wasn't that effective either. You don't have to keep getting the ball when he's being ineffective.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just put him back there at quarterback. He can only throw it to Drake London.
Yeah,
Definitely
and
not.
Kyle Pitts.
No, definitely not him. If
Kyle
he's
Pitts only
throwing it
takes
to tight
handoffs.
end, it's Jonnu. They're throwing it to Jonnu. Um, yeah, only Drake London, Jonnu Smith, and Bijan
Well,
just
I have a
runs
take.
quarterback. Go ahead.
Cordero Patterson is still the best running back in that backfield. Not talent
Um,
wise, just as far as like, like if you put everything together, you put the mental side of it, you put the talent side of it, you put the, experience side of it. I think right now, Cordero Patterson is still the better running back in that backfield. But Bijan Robinson's going to be an all pro. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen. It's just obviously not in the cards this year because of the usage rate. And I don't know, maybe that's what everybody's harping on, but I just don't understand. I think he's got to let the coach. And if he sucks, fire him. And I like Arthur Smith, but the past couple of weeks, I'm starting to understand all the talk and the hate. I really do.
yeah, it's tough to lose to a one in what are they where they were 1-12 or some shit. What week are we in, dude? Damn.
We're in week 16.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I
Then
know.
one.
We're getting there, dude. It's kind of sad. Playoffs are gonna be starting soon. Regular season's almost over. Football's almost over, and it's kind of bumming me out because then I have to start rooting for baseball, and the Mets just aren't doing shit, and it's pissing me off. 'Cause I keep seeing the Braves make trades. I keep seeing the fucking Dodgers just signing just ungodly. To get Tyler Glass now on top of Shohei Ohtani is fucking bullshit.
Mets made a trade today.
What was the trade? It's gonna make me mad. What was it?
We got. Let me look at it again. We got Adrian Hauser and Tyrone Taylor for Coleman Crow. So a back end starter and a righty off the bench.
Yay.
We're waiting, dude. Okay, I can't fucking stand you. I hate it.
Why?
Pull my hair
Why?
out.
Am I supposed to be super stoked about that? You think we're
They're
waiting on
waiting.
Yamamoto? Our owner has fucking $19 billion. His fucking net worth has gone up $6 billion since he bought the fucking Mets for $8 billion. I don't understand what we're waiting for. I know they said we weren't going to spend money, but if we're just waiting on Yamamoto and he goes somewhere else, I don't know what to do next season. That's 6 months of my life that I just have to fucking not root for, just root for the Mets for no reason.
We have multiple offers out to people, but they're all contingent on whether or not Yamamoto comes.
Look, I'm not sad that we didn't get Ohtani. I'm a little bummed out, but I knew in the cards, like, all the talk, all the chatter was saying LA was the most likely, and then they pull out that Kobe video. Like that was the biggest lock of the year. If I knew they had that Kobe video, I would have packed it in a long time ago.
Well, I saw people talking about how Kobe is actually a Mets fan. So
No, he wasn't. He's from Philadelphia. He's not a fucking Mets fan.
yeah, he grew up in Philly and he was a Mets fan.
All right, I'll take it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna question it. Yeah, fuck. So he was a Mets fan, so he should have went to the Mets. It's bullshit.
But nobody knew.
Stolen valor.
Well,
Maybe he was saying like he wasn't recruiting for the LA Dodgers, recruiting to the Brooklyn Dodgers. And like that was just, they cut out that part of the video. It's like, go back home to where it all started. Brooklyn, Queens, New York Mets.
lost in translation.
Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, actually.
Yeah. But anyways, that's baseball.
That's baseball talk. Moving on, I want to stick. I know I'm gonna skip down the list a little bit, but I do want to stay in the NFC South because I really, really like this team right now. I'm gonna go to this game: Jaguars at Buccaneers. It's a toss-up in our list here. I like Trevor Lawrence. I'm starting to be out on Trevor Lawrence. I'm getting tired of him. I don't know how you feel.
I mean, he should have had a touchdown to, I think it was Calvin Ridley in the back of the end zone that was called incomplete for some reason. So,
I think Calvin really just didn't catch it. I think that's why it was incomplete.
both knees down with control of the ball in the end zone generally is a catch.
I saw that ball moving around as he slid across that line, though. I think that's why they didn't call it a catch because he didn't, catch it.
Anyways,
And I don't blame you
so
because you've been watching Jerry Jeudy, catch balls, for the most of his career, and he doesn't really do that well either. So it's like there's nothing you can do about that. Just what you see. It's what you learn.
Buccaneers cover.
Buccaneers cover the toss-up, so it's a tie.
Yep.
Okay. No, I do. The reason why I want to talk about this game is what?
I
Can
can't
I help
fucking deal
you?
with it right now. I can't deal with it.
Why?
You're so negative about
I'm
everything.
negative.
Dude.
I'm having a great time.
Ugh.
I'm not negative at all. I'm being super positive about how much fucking Trevor Lawrence stinks and how good Baker Mayfield is.
Hey, bro, let's skip to the part of the podcast where you ask what I'm pissed about.
No, I want to wait. Actually, that's not even on the show notes anymore. I'm tired of asking you that.
Good. Because I'm pissed at you.
But hey, let's talk about Baker Mayfield. He's looking good. The Buccaneers are looking good. Beat the brakes off of the Packers last week. Buccaneers flying high. Skull.
Yeah, another game I did not watch.
Mm.
But I saw that Baker threw for like 500 yards or something.
With that I don't know because I'm not a box score guy, but I just know the eye test, and I saw that one play where Baker Mayfield was about to be horse collar tackled, shrugged that off, and then went out of bounds. And then he said he was too strong to be horse collar tackled, and I thought, okay, Baker's back. Baker's hella back.
Hey, Brandon, can we get a stat check, please?
Yeah, hey Brandon, can we get a stat check, please? Stat check on aisle 8.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. This, I think the Bucks are going to win this division.
It's theirs to lose,
Rightfully
in my
so.
opinion, right now.
What?
It's their division to lose, in my opinion,
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Oh, here we go. We get some stats here for you. Packers. I have to go full screen because I can't see that.
381.
381, 4 tutters, perfect passer rating. Okay, Bake.
See,
Hey, chefing up some sheesh. You know what I mean?
closer to 500 than 0. So I was right.
That's what they say. Yeah. I mean, he's playing lights out. Buccaneers are playing some good ball. Their defense is getting better. Yeah, I like the Buccaneers here. But if the Jaguars lose, their playoff hopes are dwindling fast. So this is a must-win for the Jaguars. I feel like.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
But I still think that they have. Well, I guess the Colts are playing really well right now.
Really well. I mean, I think they're leading the division. Am I wrong?
I think that the Jags still have it.
I'm looking up standings right now.
'Cause I think the
Okay, you're right. Well, the Jaguars and the Colts and the Texans are all tied at 8-6. But according to this, the Jaguars have the tiebreaker, but they have lost 3 in a row. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess they have that
definitely
going for them.
must
3-5 at 3-5 at home for the Jaguars is tough.
Yeah, that's why they're losing right now, so they can get away games in the playoffs.
Yeah, they need to go on the road and they go back to London. That's where they need to go.
Yeah.
All right. Next game: Packers at Panthers. Packers favored by 5 against Carolina. I hate Carolina. I'm done with Carolina. I don't want to watch another Carolina football game. But the Packers, they don't play defense. The total's 36. God, this game's gross. I'm not going to watch this game, but give me the Packers. Packers win this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start Jordan Love this week.
You gonna start Jordan Love this week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with it. Why not? Who are your other options?
Oh wait, no. In that league, I have Lamar Jackson and Jordan
Yeah, I'd
Love.
start him. I think I'd start him.
The
But
other
that
league,
is against the Niners.
yeah. The other league, I have Sam Howell and Baker Mayfield.
Who are you going to start there?
Baker.
Baker going against the Jaguars.
Yeah,
Sam Howell's going against who? Whomst? Who are the Commanders playing?
somebody
The
better.
Jets? Yeah, I wouldn't start Sam Howell against the Jets either. All right, yeah, Packers. We both are on the Packers. Excuse me. Browns at Texans. Browns favored by 2.5 in Houston. Is CJ Stroud playing this week?
I think he's still up in the air.
I'm gonna look that up really quickly. Just make sure before I give my prediction.
And I think yeah,
I
they kind of depends on if CJ Stroud plays or not.
yeah. I mean, I don't hate either team in this matchup. The Browns got a win they desperately needed. They held out against the Bears, but for the first 3 quarters, they looked like they were just getting beat. Joe Flacco just looks good, and it's kind of like I said last week. It's kind of pissing me off how good he's looking.
I
He threw a
love
couple
it.
picks. Don't get me wrong. He threw a couple picks, threw a couple bad balls, but he's leading his team to victory, and he's completing passes when he needs to. He's the veteran quarterback that they needed to get, and he's balling out right now.
Yeah, I don't have any arguments there. I mean, they should have lost that game if
Oh,
Darnell Mooney with two hands for feet catches that
that was a
ball.
double cheek dime, and he just fucking kicked it up in the air for no reason. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
Justin
CJ
Fields.
Stroud remains in the concussion protocol. Will likely miss game versus Browns. This was 22 minutes ago. Yahoo Sports via AOL. So looks like he'll miss. If that's the case, give me the Browns. I like them a
Agreed.
lot.
I
So we're both on the
agree.
Browns there. Oh, we're getting a YouTube video. Wait, what does this say? Twitter X video, excuse me. Me trying to find out who's not letting CJ Stroud play. And if you're listening on Spotify, it's a video of Giannis going after his ball after scoring. Was it 64 points? Scored 60, and the
It was
Pacers held it
a
from
lot.
him.
Yep. But they
Tyrese
didn't.
Halliburton.
He actually had the ball.
Wait, what?
One of the trainers, I think, went over and grabbed the ball for him, but he just thought that they took it.
So he just fucking sprinted into the locker room like a madman, like a mad lad.
Hmm.
I mean, fuck yeah, hey, that's passion right there.
Well, and
Nothing like
also
getting.
worth mentioning, somebody on the other team scored their first NBA point, so that's why they were trying to keep the ball, as opposed to Giannis's 100th, game ball. So credit where credit's due. Giannis shouldn't have gotten that
Do
ball.
you really get a game ball for scoring your first NBA point though?
Yeah,
Just like you get your first ball when you get a hit in the MLB, or
But
you
like
throw
that's
your first
one
touchdown
like
or kick your
there's going
first
to be a lot of
touchdown.
I don't know. Yeah, but like they use different balls. There's only like 2 or 3 basketballs that they rotate in and out.
Oh,
This could be me just being dumb. I don't know how many basketball they use during an NBA
I
game.
think they use one.
That's what I would say. That's what I would think. So like there's a lot of guys using that basketball. Like you're telling me that one milestone outweighs the other? I would say 60-point game is bigger than a 1-point game from a rookie.
Uh, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So one's greater than 60 is what you're saying. In
I
your
mean,
math,
you
one's
only
greater
you
than
only
60.
score your first NBA point once.
Okay.
Giannis probably has like 5 or 6 60-point games. So
But he wanted it. You didn't see. Hold on. Show that video again. He really wanted that ball, though. Did you see that? He ran into that locker room.
yeah, he did really want it.
What game were we talking about again? Oh, the Browns at Texas. Yeah, we're both on the Browns, right?
Yeah.
All right, Lions at Vikings. This game is going to be a big game. This is going to be huge for NFC North implications. It did help the Lions that they won and the Vikings lost last Saturday. The Vikings and Lions are going to play each other twice in the last 3 weeks before the end of the season. Each matchup is going to be huge for both teams. The game is in Minnesota. The Lions are favored by 3. I'm still not back in. I still don't think the Lions have it all figured out. They played against a shitty Broncos defense, and they really took advantage of them. Lions, all things considered, and I don't get me wrong. After watching that game, one of my takeaways from the Vikings game against the Bengals was I truly admire how Nick Mullins just refuses to throw the ball away. He's like, you know what? I can get it done. I'm Lamar Jackson. I'm just going to dance around and throw it into 3 people. Hopefully, my guy comes down with it. And he's going to bring that same energy to this game. And I think it's going to work out for him this time.
Well, let me tell you why they don't win this game.
They meaning
The Vikings. Why the
Okay.
Vikings won't win this game. It is because Nick Mullins. That's why.
Elaborate.
He fucking stinks. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's not good. I would rather have Josh Dobbs. At least Josh Dobbs is fun back there. Nick
Yeah.
Mullins is kind of boring back there, and he still turns the ball over.
Yeah, and at least,
Like at least Josh Dobbs is fun and turns the ball over.
Yeah, and he has a cool nickname, the Alopecia Assassin or the Pastronaut. You know, this guy just is. It's another Mason Rudolph situation where I hate looking at it.
Yeah, he did kind of have a fat face thing going on there a little bit.
So yeah, I think the Lions. Let me calculate it.
Beep boop boop beep 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 boop boop.
They won by 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. Disagree. I can see this game being a push. I can see the Lions winning by 3 exactly. However, give me the Vikings at home. Give me the Vikings at home. I think this NFC North race is going to be interesting, and it's going to be because of the Vikings winning this game. I still think the Lions win. They'll win their home matchup, so they'll split it. But it's gonna make it fun. I think it's gonna make the NFC North fun, and I'm rooting for the Vikings this weekend.
Wrong.
All right, next game. No playoff implications. Both teams stink, but we have the Commanders at the Jets. Jets favored by 3. Who's the quarterback for the Jets? Is it Zach Wilson? Is it Trevor Siemian? Who is it?
One of those two. I don't know.
Yeah. Their offense just fucking stinks. The Dolphins beat the brakes off of them. That reminds me. I didn't want to bring this up. Have you guys been watching the in-season Hard Knocks at all? I know you probably haven't had time, but Brandon, have you watched it? It hasn't been that bad.
I've never watched a minute of Hard Knocks voluntarily.
Like even the training camp stuff?
No.
Oh, dude, I love the training camp stuff. It just gets me hyped for football. It's just like that's how you know football season's beginning. But I don't usually watch the in-season Hard Knocks. Obviously, the Miami Dolphins are a fun team. They have a lot of personalities. So I've watched a couple episodes, and yeah, Mike McDaniel is hilarious. Even Zarina thinks he's funny, so it's like kind of a bridge to football for her. So that's cool. Tyreek Hill, he's a character. Tua, I don't know. He looked like Drake in one of the episodes. That's about it. That's all I had to say about him. But it hasn't been bad so far, but it has been funny watching the clips that come from these games and seeing that clip of Mike McDaniel saying, oh, dude, they lined up in this defense. He literally said, if they're playing punt coverage, Jalen Waddle is going to make this a one-play drive. And lo and behold, it was a one-play drive. It was that deep pass down the sideline. I think it was like a 46-yard or it was like a 60-something yard touchdown pass. It was incredible. The Jets just look like they're kind of giving up, especially on defense. It's kind of sad. Aaron Rodgers is coming off the IR, but he's not playing anymore, so it doesn't really make sense. Or he's still not playing, so it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why waste the roster spot? But I guess if all you have is Trevor Siemian and Zach Wilson and TB12, then might as well have the guy with the bionic Achilles.
And yeah,
You got nothing.
this is another game I just don't give a shit about.
I mean, there's really no playoff implications here. You're right.
This year's been bad with me keeping up with games that normally I would be all in on, and now I just don't give a shit.
Yeah. If you had to make a choice, if you had to pick between these two, who would you take? Commanders?
Left hand up. Who are we? The
Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could take this game. And it's not like they haven't given, or it's not like they have given up. They don't really have playoff aspirations to begin the season, so they're just playing hard, hoping to, just improve day by day, knowing that they're going to get a new head coach next year. They're going to get a whole new staff in there. Jets, they just look like they're giving up, and I hope they give Robert Saleh another chance. I don't think they'll fire him this season. I hope they don't fire him this season. He kind of got dealt a raw hand, but yeah, give me the Commanders in this game for sure.
But I do think it was Bush League to take Sam Howell out last week.
I don't know. Young quarterback, protects his confidence. Jacoby Brissett didn't look too bad in relief. I don't think it was a terrible decision. He was having a shit game. Get him out of there. He'll start the rest of the season. He's having a shit game. You don't want that shit you don't want it to compound. Because his season stats have looked good so far. You throw in if he threw for 86 yards, 4 interceptions, 12 for 25, and that would look terrible on his stat line.
Interesting. Bush League.
Okay.
Let the boy go out there and play.
Okay. I feel it, dude. We're gonna fight one of these days. It's brewing. Because now you're pissing me off. All right, next game, Seahawks at Titans. Seahawks favored by 2.5. The game is in Tennessee. What happened to Will Levis? I saw the injury, but I didn't see the prognosis.
Sprained ankle.
That's it?
Yeah.
Looking at the TV while I was at work, I thought he died. Because everyone just shut up and everyone said, "Oh no, Will Levis." And I even heard the broadcast say, "Oh, this is the worst thing that could have happened."
Well, it looked bad. It looked horrible.
But it wasn't bad. It's like another Trevor Lawrence situation. It's like it wasn't
It's
that
like
bad.
when you have a baby and you just like kind of drop it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like rubber bands. They just kind of flick back.
Does that happen to you a lot?
No.
Oh, okay. You just know about it. You just get it. You just read about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you read about it because I didn't know that at all. So at least you're providing insight to the show and our listeners about what a baby can do when you drop it.
Yeah. So don't drop it, but you can.
But try it out once, just so you know. Just test Tyler's theory is what we're saying.
Yeah, Brandon can let me know too.
Drew Lock is starting again, which I don't think he will. I think it'll be a Geno Smith game. Give me the Seahawks. But if it's not Drew Lock, then the Seahawks are cursed. Give me the Titans. That's how I live my life.
Agreed. Yep. Standing for the rest of the season, if Drew Lock's playing, I pick them to win. If he's not, then give me the other team.
Okay. Put that on the board somewhere. All right, next game. We can fly through this one too. Cardinals at Bears. Bears favored by 4 in Chicago. Bears looking good. They've been playing some solid ball. They just need to put 4 quarters together, and I think they do it here against the Cardinals. I don't believe in the Cardinals. Their defense stinks. I forgot Kyler Murray played for them last week, and it's just been rough sledding for them.
Yeah. I need Trey McBride to have a good game, but other than that, give me the Bears.
I feel you on Trey McBride, even though I'm out of the fantasy playoffs, and we can talk about that later. But next game, Cowboys at Dolphins. Dolphins favored by 1.5 in Miami. This is a big game. This is a really, really big game. I think that the Dolphins are going to get dog walked by the Cowboys.
I disagree.
Okay.
Because the Cowboys are on the road.
Cowboys aren't that good, but I think the Dolphins are kind of soft. And I think the Cowboys have a good defense, but I think the Cowboys have a good defense. Dolphins have a decent defense. Cowboys are going to come out, smash them in the mouth. And is Tyreek's going to play, but how hurt is he going to be is going to be the question.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. Just having him on the field is so impactful.
That's true, because you have to slide over coverage. You have to put somebody over the top of him at all times. That just leaves the entire half of the field open. Yeah. I get that. But, I mean, the Cowboys are a better team. Like, they're not frauds just because they lost in Buffalo. Buffalo. That's a tough game, especially after an emotional win against Philadelphia.
They're not frauds because they lost to Buffalo. It's because they can't beat anybody good on the road. That's why they're fraudulent.
And since they're on the road here, you're using the Pythagorean theorem, saying, yeah, they're going to get beat.
Y equals MX plus Dallas sucks.
No, it's A squared plus B squared equals Dallas sucks, actually. Yeah. That's actually solid logic. I don't hate it. You might be flipping me on this game, but let's just agree to disagree for the standings sake, because we've been keeping such such good standings about who's actually winning these games and everything.
Yeah.
So give me the Cowboys. You got the Dolphins. Agree to disagree.
Sure.
Important game for the Denver Broncos coming up. We have the Patriots at home, favored by almost a touchdown. Who the fuck put that line out? The Broncos aren't winning by a touchdown. If they win, it's going to be by 4 or 3 points.
This is just who wants it less.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Like, we're going for draft picks now, baby.
No, dude. I'm looking at the playoff prediction right here. Like, we have a 24% chance to make it. Sure. Yeah, we need some help now. that loss last week sucked, but I think we can still make the play. Dude, Tyler, I just want to make the playoffs. Dude. We haven't made the playoffs since 2015. It's been bumming me out. Every time someone says, "Yeah, we have one of the longest droughts in professional sports," I think that's A, bullshit, and B, it's unfair, and C, we just need to make the playoffs. Like we can make the playoffs. We can do it.
No. That's all I got. No.
Solid analysis. All right.
I don't want to. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. We're gonna have a shitty draft pick regardless. So.
Exactly. So just lean into it. Let's get a low 20s instead of a high teens.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
But I also agree that if we do make the playoffs, I don't see us winning a game. But hey, who knows? What if we win 4 more in a row? You know?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Monday night. Looks like we have 3 Monday night games on Christmas Day. The first 2. Huh?
There's 3 Monday night games?
Yep. Raiders, Chiefs, Giants, Eagles, Ravens, 49ers. So 2 of those games are going to be dog shit. There's not even give me Chiefs, give me Eagles. That's easy. Although Tommy DeVito might come out and throw some little Paisan magic on there, but the Eagles are going to blow it. Like the Eagles got to blow them out. Like there's no way, right? There's no way they lose this game.
If they lost this game, then you really do have to push the panic button, I think.
Mm-hmm. And the Chiefs, if they don't cover this spread, I'm ready to think they're just not ready. They're not focused. They're too worried about the hype. They're too worried about their TV deals. They're too worried about their exposure on Instagram and whatever, all the Taylor Swift coverage that they're getting. I don't think football is their priority, and I think that's an issue. If I was a Chiefs fan, I would be pressing the panic button.
Yeah, I mean they're.
It is still hilarious. It is hilarious that they still let Kadarius Toney play football, though. It's so funny.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
It's like, what does that guy give you? What has that guy given you all season? Like nothing but mistakes and just bad, poor judgment.
But I think that just shows you how bad their wide receiver room is this year.
It's like they have no choice.
Yeah, like we gotta put him out there. Patrick's got to make a conscious effort not to throw him the ball.
Dude, it's so hard though, because he does a good route runner. He does get open. It's just he can't do anything else after that. Before that or after that, he can't do anything right. But hey, there's really good running those routes.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, dude, he's like Jerry Jeudy. Reminds me, he gives me a lot of Jerry Jeudy vibes. Jerry Jeudy is a better player. Don't get me wrong. Jerry Jeudy is a better player. I will concede that fact.
I think the Ravens will win.
You think the Ravens win?
Yeah.
I'm with you, actually, because a lot of people are saying the 49ers are going to win. It's almost a foregone conclusion that the Niners will win this game. I think the Ravens going to San Francisco and win this one.
Now I think that the 49ers are going to
win. Yeah, you fucking cuck. I hate you. You're just so wrong all the time. I'm actually happy when you're on the other side.
Yeah. I mean, if we were keeping record here, he would not be saying this.
I mean, we are keeping record here, and by my record, I'm well ahead. I'm like 5 games ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm sure you're keeping record.
I mean, if only one of us is keeping record, then yeah, my record's better. That's how it works.
That's funny because I paid Brandon under the table to tell you that he's not. So Brandon, can you come in and expose Brett?
Brandon doesn't want to fucking talk to you. He's tired of your negative ass attitude. He's tired of you being wrong all the time. He doesn't want to be on your side for anything.
Is that true, Brandon?
I love you, Tyler.
Oh damn! I know what that means.
I saw Russell Wilson fumble on Saturday. I'm like, Tyler must be thrilled.
Dude, it was like his Super Bowl. That fumble was like, I knew Tyler was just fucking dancing, like doing the fucking gritty in the living room, just ready to go. It's like fucking, he just loves dancing on people's graves. That's just all he does.
Well, that's all he does is fumble. Sorry that I just pick up on things. You see a pattern and you pick up on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're right, you're right.
By the way, for the YouTube audience, I'm drinking a nice little espresso martini for the Christmas, and Tyler's drinking a nice Coors Light, and Brandon's drinking a Dr. P. Mr. Pibb.
Dr. Peppy. Yeah.
So that's week 16. How do you feel? How do you guys feel about week 16?
Good. I mean, there's a whole lot of really good stuff this week. game wise. AKA, there's like 3 good games.
Yeah, it's like I didn't see any games I was terribly excited about rooting for. I just know that I'm off on Christmas Eve, so I'm just going to be watching football. That's just going to be my job.